Welcome to another episode of Wealth Waves. I'm your host, Sergio Davids. Joining me today is our head of IBs, Charlie Charalambus. Charlie, how are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you, Sergio?
Awesome. You know, it's the month of love. I'm
Is it?
excited
Oh, yes,
to
it
be
is.
participating. I'm excited. I'm participating this year, with
Excellent.
somebody. So, yeah.
Oh, well done. Well done to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go all out. I'm going all out.
Yes.
I'm doing flowers,
Are you?
the cliche teddy bear, the restaurant. Yeah, it's all on the, the list. So yeah,
Okay, let's
quite
hope
excited.
it ends well. Yes.
Me too, man. Me too. So
Read into that what you want.
what you will. So today I thought we could discuss something that's very important for not just IBs, but important for anyone trying to start their own business, and that is how to market yourself. And I think it's a big deal, and not many people realize, you could have the best product in the world, but if nobody sees it, then what's the point?
Yeah.
So I guess to start off with, why should you market yourself?
Why should you market yourself?
Yes.
Well, in the way we are today, is how business is done, really, isn't it? Everything's got so much quicker. You can connect with anybody, or you could search any service anywhere. The internet is totally transformed marketing, how you market yourself. When I first started in business many years ago, we used to carve tablets. No, I'm joking. We used
I was about to say, you're not that old, man.
Yeah, Flintstones. What you used to, if you wanted something, you'd advertise in periodical magazines, newspapers, and that's how you got awareness. But obviously, you're restricted by where you could market yourself, and it was expensive. No lie, very expensive.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's cheap as chips. You could create something online, and depending how good you are in terms of managing the number of people that could see what you're creating, then you can get customers from anywhere. Now, why market yourself? Because very simply, if you have a business and you have a product, whether it's a service or a tangible, okay, you sitting there doing nothing is not going to get you customers. You've got to go out and market yourself. And it's simple as that. Don't wait for the customers to come to you. You've got to go and find them.
Well, okay. So we spoke in our last podcast about how to start your business, right? So I've got this killer idea, or I want to go into sort of referral business and be a partner with CMTrading. But how do I take this first step in terms of marketing? I mean, I guess it's important, but for those out there who have no idea how to go about this, and let's face it, there's a lot of people who have killer ideas, but just are terrible when it comes to actually connecting with others, or advertising their wares.
Okay.
So what advice basically would you give them?
Right. What is the intention of marketing? What's the point of marketing?
Well, I guess fundamentally, to advertise what you've got, right?
No, it's to get customers.
Okay.
That's the reason why you market yourself. Whether it's brand awareness, blah 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 blah, and they can go talk about different types of marketing or advertising. Ultimately, it's to get you business. It's to get customers.
Right.
That's the objective. Right. Okay. But there's something interesting that you said just a minute ago. How do you connect? So let's look at it. If you meet someone, so for example, let's just use you as a sample. You're going out to dinner with the flowers and the teddy bear. I do remember the teddy bear, right? And the chocolates and whatever else you're going to do.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, right. And what are you hoping happens during that evening lunch or whatever you're doing? What are you hoping?
Yeah, I'm hoping that, I'm putting in the effort, and that
Yeah.
somebody will see it,
Okay. So,
right?
but it's also in reverse, right? So I would imagine what you're trying to do is build a connection.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. And when you create that connection, you know, what do you look at? Because the physical appearance of the cow, it's a short-term thing.
Yes.
Yeah. But
Okay.
then what happens to maintain the relationship? What are you looking at? And what do people? I've said this on this podcast before. Are very tribal, and we usually connect with people based on our values and our beliefs. So
Right.
during the evening, what are you hoping that you? What kind of message are you hoping that you will send to the other party?
I'm hoping that they can see that, I'm kind, caring. I've taken an interest in their specific needs, and I've
Yeah,
got something they want
yeah. And what
slash
is they
need.
want? What would she want? Need? What would you hope that you can send in terms of wants? Sorry, I've turned this question around on you, but you'll see where I'm going in a second.
I would want their need that I would want to connect with is that
Mm.
this is somebody who could provide. This is somebody
Hmm.
who cares, and
Yeah.
hopefully we could have repeat business because I'm meeting those needs.
Okay. Is that how you call it? Right.
that's
So I
that's the
would
technical
imagine.
term for it.
Right. Okay. This call has become now how to date. Okay. Now
Should set up
let's go.
another
Let's go.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. Let's look. What you're hoping comes
Yeah.
across is you're good. Yeah, not evil. You're good.
Yes.
You've got character. Your personality is one. You've got strength. You're kind. You're a good listener. Okay. You're a doer.
Right.
Right. Blah 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 blah. All of these things that everybody hopes in a mate. It's never down to I've got 17 things. How do they take their coffee? It's got nothing to do with that. Importantly, one word what we've missed out is trust. That this other person can trust you.
Mm.
All right.
Yeah.
Now
Very important business.
let's look at all of those little things that we talked about. You're good. You're trustworthy. You're a good listener. Okay, you provide value, and value comes in different forms. You're
Right.
a go-getter. You're going to be successful. You create a nest for the opposite. You can provide. You can be there. And you're emotionally intelligent enough to understand messages that you receive to be able to provide back. That's that. They call that. What's that word when two people have come together and it's gone. You're my soulmate. It's a soulmate, right? Why do they say that? It's a soulmate. Now let's connect all of this back into business, which is what the whole purpose of this thing was.
Yes.
Right. So many people go out there, right, and market themselves incorrectly, because if you think that people buy people or people buy product, you're mistaken. People buy people. Okay, and even an organization is an entity. It's the values and belief systems of people who created it or founded it or whatever. So many people will go out there and say, buy one get one free, or look how great this product is, or in specifically to our business, and I see it all the time.
Right.
Deposit $1,000 and get a 50% bonus. No one cares. No one cares. All you're really actually appealing to, if you actually do the data and work out, I bet 90% of people that respond to that sort of advertisement are people that are already sold, i.e., existing clients.
Yeah. Because they would have had to have bought into your values to begin with.
Exactly, in the first
Because
place.
that doesn't
So
say anything about who you are.
yeah.
So
it'd be interesting.
yeah.
Hold on. I'll tell you where I'm going with this. Right? So, the sales process. that advertising, that going out there. There was a great book written probably about 15, 20 years ago by Simon Sinek, which said, "Start with the why." I don't know if you've ever read it, and anybody listening
Now,
to
I've
that,
heard the
I
expression.
recommend this book. Yes, Start with the Why. It's a great book. Okay. And this book cemented thoughts that I already had, because I've never sold product in my life. I've never marketed a product in my life, because what I was interested in, because the sales process that you would have been taught early doors was, this is who we are, this is what we do, this is how we do it. This is how our product fits your needs. Do you want to buy? No one cares. No one cares who you are, what you do, and how you do it. What they care about is, why does your company exist? What's your story, in other words, and how does your product solve my problem?
Right.
Once you can pass that message on, and now, why do you exist? That's all about creating trust. That's all about creating you can provide your story. People buy into stories. What's your character? What's your values? What are your belief systems? That's why we're tribal. We connect with people, whether it's religion, sport, or anything else. That's why we connect people that share those values. Why you exist is an opportunity for you to say, this is something that I want to create because of this problem out there, and therefore this company existed. What's happening there is you're actually telling people what the problem you wanted to solve, and then you tell them how your product solves that problem. People will connect with it. They'll go, yes, that's true. I didn't realize I've got that problem, right? And when you want to market yourself, then it's tell your story. Tell your story.
Do you have a favorite bit of marketing?
Do I have a
that you've come
favorite piece
across
of
in all your
marketing?
years? Yeah, that you've come across. Favorite ad, favorite bit
the,
of marketing that
the
resonated
one
with
that
you.
sticks to mind, the
Yeah.
one that sticks to mind more than any other, was probably about 20 years ago. It was a TV ad. It was about 30, 40 seconds long.
Yeah.
And it was a guy in a gorilla playing a drum set, In the Air Tonight by Collins.
I think I remember this.
Phil Collins.
Yes,
And
yes,
do you
I
know
remember,
what?
and
Do
it
you know
was
what?
all
And
intense.
you just
Yeah,
In the Air Tonight, and he was sitting there going,
yes,
playing the drums, and you're going,
he's playing the
what
drums.
is this
Yes.
about? And at the
Yes.
end of it, it was to do with Cadbury's, wasn't it, or Milk Tray,
Yeah.
or Cadbury's chocolate.
Yeah.
Now, genius marketing. Why? Because it did everything I've just said now in terms of how you market yourself. It didn't do any of that. But what it did do is grab attention. And they knew that if they do this, people will go back to work. Did you see that advert last night? And what happens is it's something that people talk about. Now, it's only afterwards that you remember, actually, that was selling Cadbury's chocolate. It doesn't matter, right? Because I wouldn't think about Cadbury's chocolate. But the reason that you actually, as soon as you asked me that question, that's the one thing that sprang to my mind. And it was genius, because it grabbed attention. And that's another thing is,
why I asked the
most
question.
most marketing doesn't grab attention.
Attention grabbing.
You need to grab attention.
That's the reason I asked the question, because the good marketing tells a good story, grabs your attention, and it stays with you. The one for me was back in, I want to say 2010, 2011. There was a Super Bowl advert to do with Darth Vader, and it was for Volkswagen. So basically, there was a little kid dressed up as Darth Vader, and he'd go around trying to do like a force, use the force kind of thing on different objects, and then he'd use it on the Volkswagen, and then all the lights would switch on. And to this day, it has millions and millions of views, and it just stuck with me. But how simple the story was. You were captivated by this little kid going about his journey, and then you remembered the car at the end. And it's just such a genius piece of marketing. I mean, if you think about it, it's dead simple. but it told a
Yes.
story, grabbed attention, and I am talking about it,
Yeah.
you know,
Volkswagen are very
13
good.
years later.
Volkswagen are
So,
very good. I can tell you one 40 years ago where there's a
oh yeah,
guy about 4 o'clock in the morning coming out of a casino in Monaco with his tie undone. He's talking about he bet on black when he should have bet on red, blah, 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 blah. And then he gets into a red Mark 1 Golf GTI and he goes, well, at least there's something that you can rely on. Do you know what I mean? And that was their thing.
that's
So
classic.
what they were talking about is trust,
Yeah,
reliability, da 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 da. So it just springs to mind. And clever advertising and marketing is specifically that. Grab
you
someone's
know,
attention. Tell a
I'm
story.
definitely gonna have us unpack our favorite marketing, in the
Yeah,
next in one of our future podcasts. But if you could sum things up, right? What advice
yeah.
do you have for future IBs, future entrepreneurs who want to market themselves? What is your sort of golden rule for marketing?
People need to know who you are and what you stand for.
Hmm.
Why do you exist and the problem you solve. That's it. If you could grab that and you can do it in a way that grabs attention, sky's the limit. Your product is not the reason. Yeah, think about the things that you buy yourselves. Why do you buy them? Because they solve a problem.
Excellent. And I think on that note, we'll leave things there. Thank you so much, Charlie, for all your
Okay,
awesome advice and insights. To listeners out there, please like and subscribe, and I'll see everybody on the next one.
perfect. Thank you.